This is Mary at the.meri.atelier, and this is an unlisted stream that I'm doing Thursday evening. Tomorrow is our live stream hop, and I went thrifting today, and I have to tell you, I cannot wait till Sunday. I cannot wait till Sunday. So I am going to share with you some of the things that I have acquired in the past week. I lit my candle. I don't know what happened to my lighting. In the stream this morning, I was walking around my room, and I know the moment that camera switched to a bright screen. I don't know why. I think it was trying to compensate for the darkness of the room around me, and it tried to brighten everything up, and then it did not reset itself. So, but anyway, here is the texture paste sheet that I made today. And it's pretty, well, it's pretty. I'm going to put some gold. Whoops, I bumped the camera with it. I'm sorry. I'm going to put some gold on here. And I'm going to try to cut numbers out of this. We'll see how that goes. The texture paste, because this is watercolor paper, it cracks a little, but not a lot. So we'll see how that goes. It's fairly dark, but I don't need it to be a bright, bright red for what I want. So we're going to experiment with that next week sometime. I'm working on my holiday art journal. First of all, I want to share with you some things I got at the thrift store that I want to share with you. Things that I'm reading, because I went to the library last week and I checked out several books. My brother's a reader. He likes mystery books. So I checked out some for me. And these are not my books. These are not art journaling books. These are library books. So I'll go back to the library. I am reading Jan Karen's Mitford series. And I think I skipped 5. I can't find the 5th volume. So, and there is an end to this series, and I think it's one of these. Light from Heaven. Is this the last one? I think is this the last one in this series? I can't remember. But it talks about, in the beginning of one of these books, it talks about the last, it might be this one. I don't know. But I've got 3 to read, and I am reading in this one here. And our librarian is really good about late returns. It's a small library. And then I'm reading this book by Jennifer Chiaverini, and it's Resistance Women. She is a Madison, Wisconsin author, and she writes historical novels. I really enjoy her writing. A Wisconsin graduate student, Mildred Fish, married a brilliant German economist, Arvid Harnack. She happily accompanies him to his homeland. In the thriving intellectual culture of the 1930s Berlin, the newlyweds create a rich new life filled with love, friendships, and rewarding work. But the rise of a malevolent, a bad new political faction changes their fate. So she's a good author. I enjoy reading her novels. So I'll be reading this one. Then the haul, the free stuff, the haul that I have to share from the library. Let me get it out here. Which sack is it? It's this one. I got a stack, a huge stack, and I'm just thrilled to get these. A huge stack here of Reminisce magazines. Reminisce magazines. Let me check my video here. Make sure that I'm streaming. I see Rosemary's on, Pink Girly Lori's on, Beth Schuler is on, but this is an unlisted video. So there should be nobody in here but me. Where am I? I'm not seeing myself here. Did it quit showing us our unlisted streams here? Let me go from here to another account. Switch account. No. Well, usually I can see myself. Am I streaming? I am streaming. I am unlisted. Okay, well, I'm not sure why I'm not seeing myself here. I usually see my streams because I can read the chat. Let's try this again. Switch account. Your channel. And I do not see me. I do not see where I'm live. So I might be on private. I thought it was unlisted, but I'll just have to jump up and make sure that I'm streaming. It says I'm live. But anyway, I'll just continue here. Of course, this is just an advertisement. This is the rural electric Nebraskan. And there's a town in here that built in Nebraska. These are woodcuts of Nebraska, in a small town in Nebraska. Some of the people that used to live in that small town, and they're all, if you read the article, let me go show it to you. Welcome to Taylor. And all around town, they have these black and white woodcuts, and as a community attraction. And I think that is so cool. Of course, they've got a mural on a brick wall of the store, and there's a little girl pushing a doll buggy. So I like to read this when we get it. It's a free publication, comes from our electric company, part of our account. But look at all these Reminisce magazines. Oh, and there are some National Geographic in here, but most of them are Reminisce. And I'm not going to go through all of them. I just want to show you that these were all free. So I am going to be enjoying some fussy cutting and reading of those. I love the Reminisce magazine. And I thought it might be fun to try some book carving in one of these. Wouldn't this be fun to do book carving in? Mm-hmm. Let's send only women to space. I'll have to go back and read that one. That one makes me chuckle. All right, I don't want to spend too long here on here. So let's get to, that was my library haul. And I did go to the grocery store and I bought me a candle for $1. So I'm burning this one. This one will probably be done with this weekend. And I like the little glass jars. You can use them for art when they're done. Let's put this out here. So I went to the thrift store. Let's do some, I went to Goodwill. I didn't go to Goodwill first, but I did go to Goodwill. I don't go to Goodwill very often. Let's see. I'll save that for the other store. I got one. I was watching Barb Owen, and I noticed on her door she has one of these closet things, and I was going to get one. And I found this one at Goodwill. It cost me $4, so I hope it's a good one. I paid $4 for it. But, you know, you put your, these are you put it on your door and you put your shoes in there. Well, you can also put craft supplies in here. So I'll be putting, now I'm not going to put things like scissors or things that need to be on my cart, but maybe some extra stuff. So I'll be, when I'm sorting out, I got a lot of stuff in bags that maybe could go on there. Convince my brother that it's okay to look at it. And then I got a couple books. I got a medical manual that for this apothecary caboodle that Rosemary Morris, who's streaming right now, but I'm not watching because I'm doing this. But when I get to the caboodle, I'm going to use some of these pages for art journaling, kidney and urinary tract disorders. But I think there's some illustrations in here someplace. Here's one right here. So there's a couple of illustrations in here, but this will be fun for a journal type thing. I'll tear out the illustrations and use them. Here's one here. So I was looking for a more interesting medical book. Here's an article that was in there. It looks like it was just a bookmark. Stratton, July. It looks like somebody was reading about somatoform disorders, whatever that means. So I picked it up just to tear up. And then I got a book on vintage spot illustrations of children. 795 cuts from the teens and 20s. So I think these would be fun to use in art journaling. There are a lot of them they're black and white silhouette type things. And let's see if what they say about it, because compiled and arranged by Judy M. Johnson, Dover Publications. See, every time you see Dover Publications, you're almost free to use this as clip art. Some of the most delightful illustrations in America publications of the teens and 20s, so 1910s and 1920s, are those of children. And this tells all about it, but I think we can use this in our art journaling, which I intend to do. Wouldn't it be fun to do some of my ATCs in this? Yeah. And of course it's on both sides, so I can see a trip to the library to make photocopies before I start doing too much of that. So I got that. I don't know how much she charged me. I think $1. I didn't look. Quilt Lovers Favorites. This one I'm going to cut up because I got several quilting books, and I'm going to cut this one up for ATCs and artwork. I know if you're a quilter, just hold your breath, because yeah, I'm going to cut this book up. It's a softbound book, and there are plenty of quilting books out there. We are overrun with quilting books in our part of the world. So this one, cutting this one up is not going to be a drastic thing to do. So that was my Goodwill haul. That's all I got at Goodwill. I did go to the thrift store, the Catholic thrift store that I like to go to. And look, I got a bag of lace. Let's take it out. It cost me $2.50, but I figured it was probably worth it. Let me cut this. I'm not going to bother with the staples. I'm too tired to unstaple tonight. I'm kind of tired tonight. All the running around that I did today kind of tired me out. And I was up early this morning, again before the alarm went off. Let me stand up and see what you're seeing. This is a blue lace. This is my candle right here. This is a blue, kind of a blue greenish gathered lace. Some red gathery lace. I don't like the gathered lace. Look, somebody cut them a little out of a box. So somebody loves lace as much as we do. But I don't care for the gathered lace as much. So if I use this, I'll probably ungather it. And I think most of it, no, is this gathered? No, this is not gathered. Yeah, it is. Let's see what's in here. Yeah, a lot of this is gathered lace. But Mary, lace is supposed to be gathered. Well, not always. So I got that. This is all on. I'm just going to cut this bag open, I think. Let's shake it out. I got plenty of lace for $2.50. Some more gathered. This is kind of pinks and blues. Again, I don't see. Oh, this will be fun to ungather because see how this was sewn on, and look at it when it's nice and flat. So I like it flat. So that will be nice. I'll probably keep that. And this is flat lace. I think they call this hem tape is what they're calling it now. But I like that. And I'll probably take this apart here too. This looks like it was sewn on. So I could probably remove some of this. So I'll be playing with that. I'm just going to put it. I think I have a sack I can put that in. And what else did I get at the thrift store? Oh, I got a needlework 150 best loved Christmas ornaments. Let me stand up because I feel like I sit down to get out the stuff, but I feel like I need to stand so I can see what I'm showing you. So this is Christmas ornaments. They're all needlework. They're very pretty. I don't know if I'll get any done. I might choose a simple one and do it just for Christmas. These are pretty. Silk ribbon ball ornaments. They're pretty, but I probably won't get them done. Look at that. Doodle time. Look at, isn't that beautiful? Ooh, I could use that as an idea. And then they got the patterns. I will not be cutting this book up. This will be in my needlework collection. Discover Vanna's favorite quick and easy Afghans. Poof, the secret of to Aileen's magic revealed inside. Poof. So, yeah, that's a book I'll be keeping around. Let me put it behind me. And let's see, what else did I get? I got a few other little things. I was watching Tim Holtz, and he did those little trees, those little brush model trees, and he was showing how to variegate them so they have an ombre effect, and he had several of them, and he put them on an old ruler. This is not an old ruler, but he put his on an old vintage ruler and just glued them on there. And I thought, what a cute idea. Now, I don't know if I'll do Christmas trees. This ruler cost me 25 cents. But I might find some things to glue down on here, repetitious, and just start repeating it. So I got that wooden ruler because it was wooden. And then I got two little rulers because I'm going to keep them to do my ATCs with when I draw. Look, I can go to 2.5 right here and draw that line. Well, I can't draw. I can do 3.5. Well, no, not quite. Well, I can do it this way though. I was looking in there. I can do it here, 2.5. Mark it there and just draw it. And then I won't have to handle that big ruler on my desk here. I got 2 of them because they were only $0.25. There was a whole box of them there. I don't know where they came from, but I'm going to save those over here on my crowded desk. Oh dear. Behind my chair. Then the last thing, well no, that's the last thing in this bag. I got this bag of sewing stuff. And of course it's all taped shut. Let me tell you, I had a little impatience. I was tired today before I left. And the lady who was before me selling decided that she didn't want something or I didn't follow what was going on at the cash register, but she had to go take something back and pick out something else that she wanted. And of course it took her 15 minutes and we were standing in line waiting for her to return, and the cashier was pretending that she was busy behind the desk. She wouldn't take us. And finally the lady came back and my patience was wearing thin. I didn't say anything. I promised. I kept my joy. I kept my joy. And finally it was my turn and I got up there, and what was it? Oh, for some reason or another, the lady was the cashier was short 15 cents on something. I don't know what it was, and they had a donation jar. And she called the manager, and the manager had to come up and help her do whatever she was doing at the cash register. And they took the donation jar at the table and made up the difference from the donation jar. And so while they were figuring it out, I reached in my purse and I threw a dollar bill in the donation jar just to cover whatever change that they pulled out. And let me tell you, when you're impatient like that, do a good deed. Even if it seems corny, like put a dollar in the donation jar. And I tell you, that changed my whole attitude. And they saw me put it in. Well, I think they just saw me go, you know, and they didn't say anything. But I think they noticed that I did something, and I thought, well, there's no other dollar bill in there. There wasn't a dollar bill in there when you got your change out. So I didn't steal anything. I couldn't. I'd have to take the lid off. But, yeah, do something good. And that changed my whole attitude for the rest of the day. Snap fasteners. So these are snaps here. Don't ask me why I got them, because oh look, I think this is the little tool. I think this is the little snap tool. I'll have to figure out how that works, because these are all snaps and such. Crown Originals. I got them for the sewing caboodle journal. I'll put some of these thinner ones on there. Look, here's some old hook and eyes. That'll go in my caboodle. Sewing caboodle that I'm still working on. Hook and eyes that are, let me stand up to show them to you better. Hook and eyes that are colored. I've never seen colored hook and eyes. They're usually black. So I got a whole bag of these. Looks like there's another, what is this? This looks like another snapper thing. I'm not sure what this is. Another little tool to use to set the snaps, set the eyelets. Oh, here's one here too, look. Snap fastening. And they got the little tool there. Well, I'll have to figure these out. I've never really used those tools. Here's another one. Rust proof. They don't come off. This one looks like it's opening up at the end. Oh, every one of these packages has one of those. So these are all snaps. I bought a package of snaps. I'll use it. Snap to it. Maybe I'll do some snap to it tags. The flat ones like this I might put in my caboodle. So let me put these back. But getting back to, look, these are pretty coral color. Getting back to my grumpiness. Nothing will change your grumpy faster than doing something nice. And I tell you, it did. It changed my whole day. And I had a good day afterwards. And I'll explain that when I get to the next sack here. Well, not the next sack. A sack after the next one. I put all these back in. This was a packed bag of snaps and hook and eyes and such. Oh, I'll be using them. What I don't use, I'll take upstairs. Yeah. You know, I buy this stuff. I buy it and, you know, I find a use for it. I do find a use for it. So I'll put that behind me. And let's go to this one. I'm still at the thrift store. And I got this package of, now I saw this. Look, it's all rose stationery. And of course, I immediately thought art journaling. But it's not all, it's just maybe one. Well, let's open it up and see how much of it is this colored paper. And I thought, well, do I want that much just plain colored paper? Let's open it and see. And I thought, well, it still could be used for art journaling, even though it's not roses. And let me sit down again. I could not wait till Sunday to do this, because we're going to live stream tomorrow. And I won't, I won't be on till late tomorrow night. So, and the other time that I had a chance to do this would be Sunday night. And I just can't wait that long to show you my thrift store stuff. I paid $2 for this paper. But look at it. Isn't it pretty? Roses and flowers. Oh yeah, it is. Up to here. And then it goes into some pretty lavender. It goes into some pretty lavender. Oh, look, somebody cut up some smaller ones. So the lavender's pretty. Some blues and greens. So this will make a pretty art journal. Yeah, that was worth $2 to me. I'm not going to fight that. Let's see if I can get it back in the bag. Yep, sort of. So yeah, well, you could probably have gotten it cheaper, but I don't mind. It was a church thrift store, so I figure it goes for a good cause somewhere along the line. And then, you're going to laugh at these. I bought them, and I go, I probably could have gotten them free, but not legally. Probably not legally. Somebody either ordered or something, UPS second day air letter, notify addressee immediately upon receipt. A whole package, it cost me 50 cents. And I thought, well, I could put stuff in here. I could even make a pocket journal. And I'm going, well, did I buy illegal stuff? They were selling it at the thrift store for 50 cents. So I got these. I know. These will probably go upstairs for a while because I'm not planning on using them right away. I got some next day air. These are second day air and these are next day air. So maybe a business ordered these or something and decided they didn't need them. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe they ordered them from UPS. Let's think good thoughts about how it got to the thrift store. But it arrived in my hands for $1. So, and they're pockets. They're pockets, so I could put stuff in there. So, yeah, like fussy cuts. We'll see how that turns out. That'll all go behind me. Now, one other thing I have to show here. I went to that antique store. And I think I have this book, but I saw this one. It was not expensive. And I thought that maybe I would do some drawing out of this. Now, you can't sit down and do the whole course, because I think this book is probably under copyright. Betty Edwards, Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain. But I thought maybe we could go to a couple exercises and work through it just for the fun of it. You know? So I'll be reading that. I love drawing. I'm a drawer. I really think if you develop your drawing skills, you're just that much ahead when you do your art. And you do not have to draw like Leonardo da Vinci or any of the masters. You just have to draw at your own level and keep improving on it. That's the whole fun of drawing. And then I had a laugh because after my speech this morning about my University of Nebraska experiences, I did find this envelope of prints that were printed by the university prints. Oh, this is Cambridge, Massachusetts, prepared by Cambridge, Massachusetts, but University of Nebraska 2021 prints. So I guess I can say they're University of Massachusetts. But anyway, they're just a set of art prints. I got them for 50 cents. Black and white ones. So I'll be using these. Maybe on tags even. Do some tag art with these. 50 cents. It happened to be where those books were. So, and I saw a couple books that I would have liked, but they wanted $5 each. And well, they weren't marked. So I asked the guy, and he went and checked, and he said $5 each. And I told him I wouldn't pay any more than $4. He went back and checked, and he said, we'll sell them both to you $5 a piece. And I said, no. All right. Can you see this? This is my treasure. I'm just going to tell you. Let's move my candle. Let's move my candle out of the way. way out of the way. Penelope, I'm going to move you up here, if you don't mind. She says, I'll balance on it, Mary. Move my candle over here. The reason I went to this antique store was I wanted a black purse. And I looked at the thrift stores. I looked at Goodwill. I looked at that thrift store. And I could not find a black purse that I could use as a doctor's bag for that anthropology caboodle. And I almost picked up a couple thinking that, yeah, you know, I'll just take it and use what I have. And then I said, nope, I'm going to go look at that antique store. Now, I found this in the back room where all the junky stuff is. And I'm not going to tell you how much I paid for it. It was between $1 and $1,000. Probably on the very lower end of $1,000, between a dollar and $1,000. I paid more than $1 and less than $1,000. But the tag said doctor's bag. And it is an old one. And I took it up there. It was not priced. Well, it was priced. But I couldn't get it open. I couldn't get the latch open. And I couldn't open it. And took it up to the desk when I went to check out. And I said, if you bargain with me, I try to bargain with these guys. Because I think they jack the prices up. And it's not in good shape. It's especially here on the back. If you see the back, it's starting to fall in here. But the tag said doctor bag. And I said, doctor bag. I looked in every aisle of that huge big antique mall. And I saw a lot of purses that could have maybe have been adapted, but not quite. And I just kept I took a purse and I said, I'll use this. And then I said, no, it's not going to do. And I put it back. And I went through every aisle. And finally I went into the junk room in the back. And I looked all through the junk room. And I even went into an aisle where I probably should not have wandered into. It looked like it was for the vendors only area. And I said, oh, I don't belong here. And I walked out again. And I was about ready to leave. And I thought, no, I'm going to go back around. And I went back around and I saw this. And I said, well, that looks interesting. And I pulled it out and the tag said doctor's bag. And I go, doctor's bag. It's a little bit bigger. Let me turn it upside down here. It's got stuff in it. I'm going to open it up and show you what's inside. Now, see how it's in bad shape here. It's in very bad shape. So what I want to do is it is cardboard. It's not a leather one. It's cardboard or whatever. I'm going to glue this onto the bottom of a box. And the box you can hear that stuff moving around in there. The bottom of the box I'm going to use as just imagine there's a box here and I'm going to have a drawer that pulls out. Rosemary used a UPS box. Well, mine's probably a little bit bigger, probably about 8 by 12, 8 by 11, something like this. Is probably about 8 inches, probably bigger here, but the bottom is probably about 8 inches wide by maybe 12 inches this way. But it said doctor's bag, and it doesn't have, this does not have any writing on it. It's just a metal piece. Okay, let's open it up. And you can see it's all worn, and I'm okay with it being worn. I want it to be worn and distressed because this is going to be that apothecary caboodle. I'm going to expand it for a doctor's bag. And I might have to reinforce some of this, maybe with some of that gaffer tape that Ann Lar gifted me. And so, but I couldn't get the latch open, and I said, I might buy it if you can open it. And they fiddled with it, and they figured out how to open it. Let's see if I can open it now. Yeah. So, this is some of the stuff I purchased, but look at the inside of it. Now, what I found here was a little tray, and these are wrapped up, of dark brown bottles. And the whole tray was only $6, and there are several of these bottles. This is the largest one. So, yeah, here's some more. The tray is down there. Let me, oh, and I bought this. I wrapped up some of the bottles in this. This was probably done on a machine, but it was only $3 for this set, which I thought was reasonable because some of this stuff goes for $15 or $20. And I thought this would make a nice journal cover. You know how I like to, maybe next year I'll be doing journal covers again. And it was done on a machine. I could tell this is machine stitched. And it may have been hand cut. It may have been hand crocheted. I don't know. It doesn't look like the trim was machine done. And it's got some, you know, it's very hand done. But that's what I like. And it was not expensive. And then it's got 3 pieces with it. Don't ask me why. They're shaped in such an odd shape, but there they are. So I paid $3 for this set. I was happy with it. So here are the rest of these bottles, and they're all brown. And I didn't tell them why I wanted. Oh, look, this is Stewart's Pharmacy, Hebron, Nebraska. Dr. Penry, N.E. Take 1 teaspoon. So here we go. This is for the apothecary. It's even got the prescription on it. And look, here's another one. Now this does, Rosemary sent us one, but these are nice and clean too. It doesn't have, but I could probably find a cork and put in there. This one has a lid. This looks like a little vanilla bottle. But how cute these are. Here's another little one. So I got this whole tray of bottles here, this white tray. Let's take this newspaper out. I got the, and even the blue bottle. This was separate. I bought a scissors. That's going in my apothecary. This is going to be a doctor's bag. I'm going to get some gauze and put in here, and my medical book. And, you know, this is going to be an apothecary. I'll probably have to line this with batting or something to keep them from this one's got a dropper in it. Here's another one. 8 drops. Oh, and this is, does that have liquid in it? Yeah, no. No. Yes or no? No. It's got the dropper in it. 8 drops in a little water 3 times a day, 15 minutes before meals. 24580. It doesn't say what kind of medicine it is. So I got 2 actual medical labels on here. And then I got all these little cute little brown ones. Aren't they cute? Look at that. That's a gold one. And this whole tray of bottles, colored glass, only cost me $6. And that was my... when that guy came around to tell me about those books, that I wanted them to bargain with me, and they wouldn't bargain. So I thought, well, they'll sit there for the next couple years, and I'll buy them when you have a garage sale. That's what I thought. So these only cost me, this whole tray here only cost me $6. So I was pretty happy with this purchase. Let's take these out. Let me set this behind me. And let's look at this doctor's bag a bit more. Because I think what I'll probably do is use some gaffer tape and mend this with some gaffer tape here. And it will, this is metal here. This is a metal bar. And he tore the price tag off. Good. I told him, I said, I'm not going to tell my brother what I paid for this because he'll charge me rent. And yeah, it just looks like it needs to be fixed along here, maybe on the holes here. I don't know if I'll fix those or not. Maybe in there. It might need a little mending there. But it was a doctor's bag. So I was happy to get that. And they knew I was happy about it. And probably to the point that they wondered whether they should have given me the deal or not. But they did. They gave me a deal on it because I told them it was in bad shape. They agreed. I couldn't get it unlocked, undone. So they did give me a little bit of a deal on it. They knew after I told them I wouldn't take the book, though. So that is my haul. Let's put this in here. And do I have anything else to put it? Let's put these on top. Let's just put these on top here. I'm going to take this. Hold it. Let me grab this paper. And so I don't want that newsprint to... Let's just kind of fold this up in here. Yeah, let's crinkle up this paper. We'll give you some crinkly paper sounds. So I'm going to build my little doctor's bag, and I'll probably be adding to it as I go while I'm still working on the sewing. And I don't know, I might skip the Indian book and come and work on this. I don't know. I have the Indian caboodle, the Native American caboodle, but I was thrilled. This is my this is my my find. And like I said, it is, let's see, it goes like that, I guess. Yeah, it's less than it's more than $1 and less than 1,000. So I'll let you use your imagination, and I'll have to carry it. I'll probably have to carry it like this. Oh, here's another paper here. We'll just throw that away. So I am not plugged up to the... My phone is not charging, and I've been on here almost 45 minutes, so I need... Oh, look, I got these scissors. They go in here. Let me just open it up again. And we'll just put them there on top. I got to get used to opening and closing this anyway. And that closes that way. Yeah. So, but I'm going to lift it by the sides. So this will become my apothecary caboodle. I wanted a doctor's bag, and I found one. It said doctor's bag on the tag. So a doctor must have had this way back in the 1920s maybe, or 30s. It's not a leather one, as you can tell. But that's okay. I'm happy with it. So I'm going to remind you that Friday, which is tomorrow morning, Friday the 13th, it's going to be a good day. We're going to be doing our live stream hop. And I will be watching. I will be introducing it. And the first person to come on will be Janet Nash. And we'll take it from there. I'm kind of glad that everybody is streaming tomorrow, because that gives me time to rest from streaming so much. So on a Friday, and one Friday a month and one Sunday a month, I like to share my time. And we all work around a theme, and the theme tomorrow is craft fair. And it is not so much as we're not going to be selling to you. We're not going to be peddling our wares. We are just going to do art that we think that you might want to buy at a craft fair, or something that we would buy at a craft fair. So, and I've seen some of the projects, and they're wonderful. They're wonderful. So I can't wait for it to happen. I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.